violation. They were allowed for shooting over here for just 6 months, but several years have passed and continuous shooting was taking place without any permission and clear violation of, let me tell you, clear violation of CRZ rule. So you can see how the work of demolition right now is taking place, and these are the huge studios. Let me tell you, entire film, entire movies get completed in one such studio. So there are total 5 studios which will be demolished at the moment, and there are several other studios as well which will be demolished in the coming days. And Kirit Somaya is now asking that proper investigation of the MVA, that means Mahavikas Agadi leaders, investigation should be taking place, that were they in hand and gloves, were they giving any monetary benefits, because he is alleging a scam of over 1,000 crore which has taken place for these studios.
Saurav, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us all of those details. The BMC now doing what was needed given the kind of environmental violations that were taking place. However, the report of the BMC talks about procedural lapses. However, no misconduct on the part of those who've set up these film studios. State of war Karnataka has intensified. After SDPI announced on contesting on 100 seats, AIMIM is in talks with the JDS for upcoming elections. The news of AIAM joining hands with JDS has jittered Congress that fears losing Muslim votes. AIMIM already made inroads by winning in few seats during municipal corporation elections in Hubballi and Vijaypura. Most of the workers are from Congress and shifted their loyalties from Grand Old Party to AIMIM. SDPI has also won few seats in local panchayat elections of Kapu, Enudupi, dividing the votes of Congress. The Grand Old Party is also facing problem in seat allocation, with party needs in Kattur and Mandya staging protests after they were not given tickets by the party.
That is October statement. Now this is, we are in April.
Okay.
Wait and see. Discussions is going on. They have met. They have discussed. Party will take the decision after discussing with the district committees.
Okay.
These are big elections, assembly elections.
Okay.
The Muslims, the minorities know. There is direct fight between Congress and BJP.
Okay.
So they will not definitely waste the votes. They know those who can defeat BJP is only Congress party.
Okay.
So minorities last time also stood by the Congress party. Minorities this time also will stand by the Congress party. Some organizations want to divide the minority votes.
Okay.
But the minorities are definitely knows that we have to, if you have to defeat a communal party,
Okay.
they know that unitedly we have to support Congress party, because Congress is the only party which can defeat
Okay.
BJP. And they also know, see, Rahul Gandhi, Srimati Sonia Gandhi, some Mallikarjun Kharge, they have been fighting against this communal party and the BJP party. So they know whatever has to happen, we should support Congress party.
Well, on the other hand, Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivkumar, in a conversation with India Today, claimed that Muslims would vote for Congress in these elections.
They have bungled themselves. This will not work. Before they could not bring any amendment in the 9th schedule or anything. This will not work. They have bungled themselves. What we have earlier, there was a big problem. I think they could not satisfy any of the section. Taking out 4%, Wakaligas was asking for 15-16%, Lingais was asking for 16%. They asked for a 2A, that has not been done. Ultimately, the minorities have gone to the general group. I think all sections they have lost now. All sections. Even the scheduled caste, I am telling you, they could have brought it to the parliament and made an amendment. Why did not dig to the parliament? The minister of the state government, coming from Karnataka, himself has replied that there is no such proposals. They are just trying to fool the people of Karnataka, especially the scheduled caste, the backward class, forget minorities. On other section also, nothing will help them. I think that will be a very big factor which they will go to
Congress
lose.
and insecure about losing our minority votes after the reassociation of the AIMIM and the JDS is the big question here. These are concerns that have been raised internally within the Congress party. Meanwhile, where Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivkumar has said that Muslims would indeed vote for Congress, and there is no question of anything else happening on that front. State of war, Karnataka continues to gain momentum with BJP and Congress both gearing up for upcoming assembly elections. B.S. Yediyurappa and Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai will be in the national capital. The duo are supposed to be meeting the bigwigs of the BJP in order to discuss the ticket distribution list in the poll-bound state. It's known that the candidate list has been sent to BJP High Command, which will source it through 4 stages and finalize them. According to Bommai, if the parliamentary board meeting happens on the 8th of April, then the list will be released on the 9th. Meanwhile, Congress is leaving no stone unturned to corner the BJP. Taking a jibe, Congress alleged the Saffron Party was scared of announcing the list of candidates as this would lead to issues in the party.
ನಾಳೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಸಂಗ್ರಹ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸಮಿತಿ ಕೂಡ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ 3 ಹೆಸರುಗಳು. ಅದು ದಿಲ್ಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಿಮಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ನನಗೇನು ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಇದುವರೆಗೂ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
जिस प्रकार से कांग्रेस के नेता सुरजेवाला और अन्य जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी पे आरोप लगा रहे हैं, इस बात को दर्शाता है कि कांग्रेस के मन में फ्रस्ट्रेशन है. कांग्रेस कर्नाटक चुनाव हार रही है तो हताशा और निराशा में इस प्रकार से आरोप लगा रहे हैं. और स्पष्ट दिख रहा है जिस प्रकार से कांग्रेस का ग्राफ गिर रहा है, भाजपा का ग्राफ लगातार बढ़ रहा है. ये इसलिए क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जो काम हुआ है कर्नाटक के लिए, अद्भुत काम हुआ, हर वर्ग के लिए काम हुआ है, कर्नाटक का विकास हुआ है. और पहले येदियुरप्पा जी मुख्यमंत्री थे तो अभी बोम्मई जी के नेतृत्व में भी कर्नाटक का चौमुखा विकास हुआ.
Why are they bothered about our party's internal matters? 13th is the nomination filing day which commences. We know when to release. Our leaders or our contestants know in respective areas of when they need to campaign, when they need to file their nomination. It is our internal matter. Let them not worry about our candidates. Let them sort out their second list or the third list. What is the fight that is going on between different factions that is there in Congress party.
Karnataka election is an election that relates to the lives of over 6.5 crore brothers and sisters of Karnataka. The 40% commission government will be relegated to less than 40 seats.
It's time for a quick break. Here on the other side, Population Popular Front of India quakes Karnataka after India today exposed PFI subverting ban in Karnataka. Bommai government promises action.
कोई वजह नहीं होती है कि हम आगे बढ़े, लेकिन गरीबों के पास सबसे बड़ी वजह है कि वो गरीब है और उनको उनसे निकलने का प्रयत्न करने चाहिए. सबसे ज्यादा
Truer words were never spoken, one could say. Payal Kumari did not see poverty as a drawback. It instead motivated her to work hard. She has scored 94% in class 12th and bagged the 3rd rank in commerce stream in Bihar.
इसका श्रेय किसको जाता है?
पेरेंट्स को, टीचर्स को, गॉड को और सबसे ज्यादा मेरी प्रमीला मैम को, जो मेरी प्राथमिक टीचर थी.
The biggest cheers goes to her father.
पापा ने हमेशा प्रयास किया है कि जो भी हम मांगते थे एक बार हमें मिल जाता था. कभी समय पे पैसा नहीं मिल पाता था तो फिर उसके बाद उनको किसी और से मांग के हमको देना पड़ता था. वो कभी भी ये नहीं देखते थे कि दिन हो रहा है या रात. जब भी उनको मौका मिलता था वो कोशिश करते ज्यादा से ज्यादा अर्न कर सके ताकि हमको जो है ना ज्यादा से ज्यादा फैसिलिटी प्रदान कर सके.
Payal's father is a e-rickshaw driver in Khagadia.
हमने अपने तरफ से पूरा सपोर्ट किया है और उसका नतीजा और उसके मेहनत का फल है जो कि आज बिहार में टॉप 3 पर आई है इंटरमीडिएट में. कॉमर्स। अभी सपना बस यही था पढ़ाई का, जो हम कड़ाकड़ यहाँ तक पहुँचे, आगे भी हम पढ़ाते रहेंगे।
This is where Payal lives with the parents, brother and sister. The lack of facilities has never deterred Payal.
आगे आप क्या बनना चाहती हैं?
आगे
सपना क्या है?
सपना तो IAS बनेंगे।
Payal has a long way to go before realizing her dream, but with her drive, she's bound to reach there. Bureau Report, India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Some news just coming in. This is an India Today investigation setting the agenda. Mega India Today impact after Operation Popular Front of India. Congress slams the Karnataka government for law and order failure. Congress says Bombay government responsible for the flourishing of the Popular Front of India.
इसके लिए गृह मंत्रालय भारत सरकार और कर्नाटक सरकार जिम्मेदार। कर्नाटक सरकार को 40% कमीशन लेने से ही फुर्सत नहीं है, तो कानून व्यवस्था क्या संभालेगी। इसीलिए कर्नाटक की जनता ने मन बना लिया है कि इस चुनाव में भाजपा की भ्रष्ट सरकार को हटाएंगे, अक्षम सरकार को हटाएंगे। ऐसा खतरनाक संगठन अगर वहां फल फूल रहा है तो बिना सरकार के संरक्षण के नहीं हो सकता।
Political fight has broken out over explosive India Today special investigation on the Popular Front of India. In spite of being outlawed in September last year by the Ministry of Home Affairs over threats to security and terror links, Popular Front of India seems to have found ways to circumvent the ban and continue its operations in Karnataka. India today uncovered evidence on how PFI is seamlessly assimilated into the SDPI in order to continue its on-ground operations. India today has also exposed, and this has raked a slugfest in Karnataka's political arena. The Mumbai government has upped its ante, is closely monitoring the situation. The Saffron clan has promised to not leave any stone unturned and punish those involved in criminal conspiracies. Launching scathing attack, JDS called it a failure of the centre to keep a check on unlawful activities.
Just I came to know INA knows all these things. How this PFI is running their organization, from where they are getting the funds. It is the Home Minister is there. He will be on this INA from everything they are inquiring all detail, getting all the detailed reports. Definitely, we will curb all those things. We are very serious about this PFI activities in the country, not only in the Karnataka. Definitely, we will take the action.
It is a failure of the central agencies, and it is the failure of the central government and state government not to analyze where it is absolutely going. When they banned PFI, it was a move which was based out of some facts. And they ban PFI, but they keep the political organization SDPI. It really shows that there is something more than the eyes are meeting.
SDPI पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया का PFI का एक राजनैतिक फेस है, मुखवाड़ है, इसे मैंने बताया बहुत बार। इसे बारे हम बोले थे, अभी साबित हो गए हैं पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया एंड SDPI एक ही है। पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया अभी बैन हो गए हैं, इसको हम निषेध किया है, इसीलिए उधर का सारे लोग SDPI में ज्वाइन किया है। अभी चुनाव लड़ने के लिए, चुनाव में आतंकवाद फैलाने के लिए।
Our Home Ministry is closely watching it, and you know that how our Honorable Home Minister today works. He will not, leave any stone untouched from all angles, and he will punish those who are culprits of crime of any sort. So even if there are any economic offenders or criminal conspiracies, those organizations that are involved in, he will ensure that the punishment will be meted to such organizations.
हमारे साथ बातचीत करने के लिए भारतीय जनता पार्टी के महासचिव और कर्नाटक के प्रभारी अरुण सिंह। अरुण जी, आज तक ने एक खुलासा किया है कि PFI बैन होने के बाद भी वहां पर काम कर रहा है और उसने एक नए संगठन के तौर पर जो है उसमें काम शुरू हो गया। SDPI करके एक संगठन है, उसमें सारे PFI के जितने वर्कर हैं वो काम कर रहे हैं और उसको फंडिंग भी हो रही है।
देखिए, आपको ये ध्यान ही होगा कि जब कांग्रेस की सरकार थी, सिद्धरमैया मुख्यमंत्री थे, तो किस प्रकार से PFI का जाल फैला हुआ था, पद संचलन हो रहा था, 23 हिंदुओं की हत्या हुई थी, उसमें PFI का पूरा कर्नाटक में नेटवर्क था और वह धीरे धीरे करके अपने नाम बदल करके SDPI उसी का एक संगठन है। और जो अभी ODP के साइड में आपने देखा, जो पूरा का पूरा जो वातावरण खराब करने की कोशिश की गई, वह SDPI का रोल रहा और उसमें कांग्रेस ने समर्थन किया पिछले गेट्स में।
SDPI तो अब जो है कार्ड होल्डर लोगों को ला रही है, कार्ड दे रही है जो उसके सदस्य बन रहे हैं। ये कहा जा रहा है कि PFI का ही राजनीतिक जो है संगठन के तौर पे SDPI काम कर रही है।
PFI का ही संगठन है। जब PFI पे बैन होता है तो वह इस SDPI को प्रमोट करने लगता है। और ये SDPI का भी अलगाववादी ताकतों के साथ पूरा अलगाववादी गतिविधियों में मिला हुआ है। ये पूरे देश को मालूम है कि SDPI का जो रोल है वह देश की एकता अखंडता के लिए खतरा है।
लेकिन कांग्रेस का उसको समर्थन मिलता है, आप ये कह रहे हैं?
कांग्रेस समर्थन करती है। जब ये SDPI ने, अभी आपने देखा कि पूरा जब जिस प्रकार से कर्नाटक में जब इशू आया और उस इशू को लेकर के जब सरकार ने अपना कड़ा रुख रखा तो कांग्रेस ने समर्थन किया है SDPI को।
सवाल ये भी है कि PFI के
हिजाब वाला इशू मालूम है ना आपको?
PFI की तरह SDPI पे भी क्या कार्रवाई करेगी सरकार वहां पे?
नहीं, ये तो सरकार को देखना है कि ये सरकार अपने आप असेसमेंट करके जो कार्रवाई करनी चाहिए वो करती है और करेगी।
एक अंतिम सवाल आपसे, क्या PFI, SDFI, SDPI का जो मुद्दा है उसको आप चुनावी मुद्दे के तौर पे भी कर्नाटक विधानसभा
चुनावी मुद्दा नहीं है, चुनावी मुद्दा केवल विकास का है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जो कर्नाटक के लिए काम किया गया है वो अभी तक ऐतिहासिक कार्य हुआ है। उसी प्रकार से पहले येदियुरप्पा जी मुख्यमंत्री थे तो अभी बोम्मई जी के नेतृत्व में किसानों के लिए, गरीबों के लिए, महिलाओं के लिए जो काम हुआ है, आज कर्नाटका नंबर 1 स्टेट है FDI के मामले में, नंबर 1 स्टेट है ईज ऑफ डूइंग बिजनेस में, नंबर 1 स्टेट है इनोवेशन इंडेक्स में। कर्नाटक का विकास चौतरफा हो रहा है, इसलिए हम विकास के एजेंडा को लेकर के जा रहे हैं। और यह जरूर कांग्रेस अगर अपीजमेंट की पॉलिटिक्स करेगी तो जरूर भारतीय जनता पार्टी एक राजनीतिक दल होने के नाते उसका विरोध करेगी।
ये थे अरुण सिंह, कैमरामैन प्रदीप गुप्ता के साथ हिमांशु मिश्रा।
All right, meanwhile, Tamil Nadu's governor has explained how the Popular Front of India has been financed from abroad.
If you look at the PFI, Popular Front of India, most of the fund it comes from outside. They have created India Fraternity Forum, India Fraternity Front. Very nice, very good name, isn't it? India Fraternity, haha. But this is all a label for getting all the money to create a problem, terrorist activity.
Meanwhile, take a closer look at how the Popular Front of India is still active in Karnataka and at its involvement in the upcoming assembly elections as well.
Banned. The central government outlawed the Popular Front of India in September last year for its terror links.
ये NIA के द्वारा जांच हो रही थी और जिस तरह से एविडेंस मिलेंगे ये मैंने कल भी कहा, उसी के अनुरूप ये कार्रवाई की गई है और आने वाले समय में भी जैसी सूचनाएं मिलेंगी उसके आधार पर हम कार्रवाई करेंगे। हमारी सरकार, हमारी एजेंसियां इतनी सक्षम है कि पूरे देश में कानून व्यवस्था, विधि व्यवस्था सारी ठीक रहेगी, ये मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता।
कब मिलेंगे आप? प्लीज मिल लीजिए, मैं यही सामने हूँ जुमा मस्जिद के बाद।
6 months later, India Today's investigation finds out how its supporters and insiders have found ways to work around the official ban, staying active in poll-bound Karnataka, assembling at shrines and mosques to strategize their game plan for the upcoming assembly election in the BJP-ruled state.
मैं अकेला ही हूँ, मतलब जो थोड़ी बहुत जानकारी लेके हम लोग लिखते हैं।
मैं इधर का पहले पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्रेसिडेंट रखा था।
This is Chand Pasha. He headed the PFI's Chikmagalur district unit before the ban came into force. But Pasha isn't lying low. He's mobilizing cadres on the ground, issuing video diktats on WhatsApp to impose the PFI's will on Muslim voters in Chikmagalur district.
मैं अभी 3 साल से डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्रेसिडेंट हूँ। हम लोग PFI लोग हैं, हम लोग हमारे मेंबर्स हैं, कैडर्स हैं, हमारे वेल विशर्स हैं, उन लोग हमारे साथ डिस्कशन करते हैं किसको सपोर्ट करना है, हमारे लोग उनके सजेशन पूछते हैं तो हम कौन विनिंग कैंडिडेट है। हम लोग बीजेपी को हराने के लिए देखते हैं जरूर, तो बीजेपी के डेड अगेंस्ट है।
नहीं तो फिर आप कार्डर को कैसे मैसेज देंगे किसको वोट करना नहीं करना?
हमारा अभी एक वीडियो हम डाल दिया तो पूरा व्हाट्सएप में हजारों लोग इधर देखेंगे। हम जाके मैसेज देके मेंबर मिलने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि हर ग्रुप्स में इधर मस्जिद है, कम से कम एक 30-40 मस्जिद है। 30-40 मस्जिद में करीबन 10-15 मस्जिद के प्रेसिडेंट ने 10-15 ग्रुप बनाए, हर ग्रुप में हम ऐड करेंगे। वैसे दूसरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वाले हम लोग को पूरे अभी जानते हैं ना, व्हाट्सएप में कुछ हमें बोलना है तो कुछ एडमिशन करना तो व्हाट्सएप में डाल देंगे।
You heard this PFI operative admitting how he uses technology to send his edicts out. The PFI network continues to work in close coordination here, courtesy presidents of local shrines and messaging groups.
हम लोग जाके मस्जिद वालों से रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं, इधर 1 घंटा मीटिंग करेंगे, कहीं दरगाह में जाके मीटिंग करेंगे।
अच्छा, तो ये लोग अलाउ करते हैं मीटिंग मस्जिद में और दरगाह में?
करता है ना, वो क्या है, हम लोग 5-10 कुछ बात करना है तो कुछ इश्यूज है, कुछ प्रोटेस्ट करना है, कुछ मिलना तो मस्जिद में बैठेंगे, कहीं भी जा कर सकते हैं हम लोग का। 60 जन हम लोग।
Pasha now confesses that 70 to 80% of the PFI's membership in Chikmagalur district is still intact.
नहीं तो क्या मेंबर के जो आपके फैमिली जो मेंबर्स हैं वो मेंटली इतना स्ट्रांग हैं कि भाई इस सब चीज़ों के बाद भी वो जुड़े हुए, मतलब वो एक्टिव हैं, जुड़ रहे हैं या जुड़ रहे हैं?
पब्लिक में अभी 100% मेंबर्स में 70-80 मेंबर्स तो मेच्योर है, वो मेंबर्स के फैमिली पेरेंट्स भी मेच्योर है, वो हम लोग का जब काम जानते हैं वर्क किया वो हमारा।
तो मतलब आप ये कह रहे हैं 70-80% जो मेंबर्स हैं वो बिल्कुल इंटैक्ट?
हाँ, उन लोगों को क्लियर है हम कुछ गलत नहीं किया।
An overwhelming majority of the PFI cadre remains active. Pasha also revealed that they have switched into the Social Democratic Party, widely thought to be the banned group's political wing.
अभी एसडीपी में दलित हिंदू लोग बहुत सारे हैं, पीएफआई सिर्फ मुस्लिम्स का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, लेकिन दलित को कुछ हुआ, कुछ माइनॉरिटीज को कुछ हुआ या कहाँ भी नाइंसाफी हुआ तो वो कम्युनिटी नहीं देगी, मुस्लिम हिंदू नहीं देखते।
इलेक्शंस है ना, इलेक्शंस की वजह से।
We investigated further. In Karnataka's coastal district of Dakshin Kannada, the SDPI's in charge of Mudbidri Assembly constituency, Asif, corroborated Chand Pasha's claims that the PFI cadre have merged seamlessly into the party.
अभी ऑफ रिकॉर्ड आप बोले तो PFI का कैडर एसडीपी का ही है, हम लोगों को कुछ भी मसला होगा हम लोग उनको कॉल करते हैं। अच्छा, स्टेशन में इशू होगा, कोई अरेस्ट होगा, हम लोग कॉल आता है। अरे जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी के अंदर PFI के कोई ज़्यादा कार्यकर्ता अरेस्ट नहीं हुए। अच्छा, क्यों? क्योंकि इधर का क्यों नहीं बताया ना, फ्रंट में नहीं दिख रहे हैं। अच्छा, समझ में इंटरनली काम कर, ये डिपार्टमेंट को क्लियर मालूम। तो ये जब आप कह रहे हैं कि डिपार्टमेंट को पता होते हुए क्यों नहीं गिरफ्तार क्यों नहीं कर रहे? उनको नहीं हो रहा क्योंकि उनके पास एविडेंस नहीं है। अभी मैं रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ, फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं अभी PFI का मेंबर हूँ, उनके पास वो रिकॉर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं है। ओहो, अभी ये कैसे बोलता है कोई मेंबर, मैं एक एग्जांपल, इधर या तो आईडी वो कुछ नहीं है, इसका सिस्टम ही नहीं है। जो नोटेड लोग हैं वो लोग रिप्रेजेंट करें लीडरशिप में, वही अरेस्ट हो जाता। अच्छा, बाकी कार्डर एज इट इज है जो आप लोगों को अभी मदद करेगा।
You heard this SDPI leader confessing that PFI activists have smoothly assimilated into his party. Asif also disclosed that the SDPI, with PFI activists on board, receives financial support from the Gulf.
लोग भेज देते हैं क्योंकि पैसा कमा रहे हैं।
इधर जो है उधर भेजेंगे तो घर को जाते हैं, इधर से नहीं भेजते हैं।
With a strong presence in Karnataka and Kerala, the PFI is said to have multiple wings: women, student and political. Security experts caution that the banned group must be prevented from gaining a political foothold by the back door.
If PFI is banned, you can't allow it to operate under political name of SDPI. My request to the judicial system and the Election Commission of India is certain steps must be taken that if you do not stand for India's security, India's integrity, India's nationality, then you should not be allowed to enter in political arena.
The Popular Front of India remains active, even influencing the upcoming elections in Karnataka. Our investigation has just begun to unravel the tactics used by the banned outfit to remain operational. Stay tuned for more. With Mohammad Hizbullah, this is India Today's special investigation team.
Reactions pouring in as far as India Today's exclusive investigation into the role of the Popular Front of India is concerned. Take a look.
करने के लिए संसदीय कार्य मंत्री प्रहलाद जी, अब कर्नाटक के अंदर PFI को बैन कर दिया गया था। उसके बाद SDPI वहां पर काम कर रहा है और जो लोग PFI में काम कर रहे थे अब तो उनको वो जो है कार्ड बना के दे रहे हैं, कार्ड होल्डर के तौर पे काम कर रहे हैं। ये कहा जा रहा है कि PFI का राजनीतिक संगठन जो है वो SDPI है।
नहीं, ये तो SDPI अपने आप को एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के नाते रजिस्टर किया है, एज यू नो वेल, एंड ये जो कर रहे हैं वो बहुत गलत है। ये हमारा संज्ञान में भी है। आपके स्टोरी देखने के बाद ये हमारा संज्ञान में आया है। सरकार, राज्य सरकार इसका पूरा और प्रशासन जो है इसका बहुत क्लोजली ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं। तो मैं एक चीज कहना चाहता हूं, लेकिन इसको जो बढ़ावा मिल रहा है ये कांग्रेस पार्टी से मिल रहा है। कांग्रेस पार्टी जब सत्ता में वो सरकार में थे, कांग्रेस पार्टी विथड्रॉ सो बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में केस विथड्रॉ किया गया था। जो क्रिमिनल, बहुत सीरियस क्रिमिनल नेचर, मर्डर का, डकैती का, ये जो PFI के ऊपर केस था वो सभी केस विथड्रॉ कर दिया था। कांग्रेस पार्टी हैज ए टैक्टफुल अंडरस्टैंडिंग एट दैट टाइम ऑल्सो। उस टाइम भी कांग्रेस पार्टी एक टैक्टफुल अंडरस्टैंडिंग PFI के साथ था, अभी भी है। उसी कारण उसको बढ़ावा मिल रहा है। ये जो लोग देशभक्त जो लोग हैं और जो अच्छे लोग हैं, अच्छे नागरिक है देश में, ये सब ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं और सुटेबल रिप्लाई पॉलिटिकली भी कांग्रेस पार्टी को और SDPI को भी मिलेगा। और इसके साथ ही साथ जो कानून के हिसाब से जो काम कार्रवाई करना वो भी कार्रवाई हो जाएगा।
लेकिन क्या SDPI के जो कार्ड होल्डर्स हैं वो आपको लग रहा है कि कांग्रेस अगर उनको सपोर्ट कर रही है तो न सिर्फ कर्नाटक में बल्कि केरल तक उनका नेटवर्क फैल चुका है?
नहीं, ये सिर्फ कर्नाटक और केरल का सवाल नहीं है। ये पहले अभी तो कर्नाटक और केरल में इनका एक्टिविटी है, बाद में और बाकी देशों के और राज्यों में और प्रांतों में भी ये फैल सकते हैं। ये बहुत गंभीर विषय है और सरकार, राज्य सरकार और केंद्र सरकार दोनों इसको बहुत गंभीरता से लिया है।
क्या PFI की तरह इसको बैन किया जाएगा SDPI?
अभी तो मैं आई एम नॉट द पर्सन, मुझे ये तो बोलने वाला मेरा अधिकार क्षेत्र से बाहर है, लेकिन सरकार इसको एकदम गहराई तरह से इसको ऑब्जर्व कर रहा है।
क्या ये विधानसभा चुनाव में कर्नाटक के एक राजनीतिक मुद्दा बनेगा? जिस संगठन को बैन किया गया उस संगठन के लोग जो है दूसरे संगठन में शामिल हो रहे हैं और जो गतिविधियां वो PFI में कर रहे थे देश विरोधी, वही गतिविधियां जो है SDPI में कर रहे हैं।
नहीं, SDPI में कर रहे तो ये आपका जो स्टोरी है उससे ही, और ऐसे तो पुलिस और सरकार ये तो इनके और बाहर जो और मीडिया में भी थोड़ा कुछ इसका इंफॉर्मेशन बाहर आ ही रहा था। आपने तो जो ऑपरेशन करके अपने लोगों के सामने दिखाया है, ये तो एविडेंट है कि जो PFI में थे वही लोग SDPI में एक्टिव हो रहा है। तो इसके राज्य सरकार इसके लिए ठीक तरह से ऑब्जर्वेशन करे, कार्रवाई भी करते हैं, मेरा पर विश्वास है।
नहीं, इसको चुनावी मुद्दा आप बनाने जाएंगे?
नहीं, चुनावी मुद्दा तो ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाएगा, क्योंकि कांग्रेस पार्टी सपोर्ट SDPI और PFI को हमेशा करते रहे, आज भी कर रहे हैं। तो टैक्टफुली कहाँ कॉन्टेस्ट करना, कहाँ नहीं करना, किसको डराना, ये कांग्रेस पार्टी SDPI और PFI से ही कराया है, पहले भी अभी भी वही करा रहे। तो इसलिए इसका तो चुनाव का मुद्दा हम नहीं बनाएंगे, लोग ही बनाएंगे इसको मुद्दा।
ये थे केंद्रीय मंत्री प्रहलाद जोशी। कैमरामैन प्रदीप गुप्ता के साथ हिमांशु मिश्रा।
Well, that's a wrap on this bulletin. Thank you so much for watching India Today TV. News continues on the other side.
Women in Uttar Pradesh are shining bright, and how? In the state of UP, nearly 50% of the startups are headed by women, smashing all patriarchal stereotypes. Out of 8,714 registered startups in the state, over 4,300 are run by women entrepreneurs. Anushka Srivastava founded Animist Earth, which deals with eco-friendly handicrafts and traditional products. This has been her dream, which she says she's finally conquered.
हॉबी को, आप पैशन को कैसे आप मनी में कन्वर्ट करोगे, तो वो उस लिए मैंने एक ई-कॉमर्स वेबसाइट शुरू करी जहाँ पर बेसिकली ज़्यादातर विमेंस एंड हाउसवाइफ्स और आर्टिजन्स हैं, ठीक है, जिनको हम लोग प्रोडक्ट जो लोग बनाते हैं उनके प्रोडक्ट की हम लोग अपनी वेबसाइट पे लिस्टिंग करवाते हैं।
In the outskirts of Lucknow, Vandana Singh's business of eco-friendly incense sticks is thriving. She's now running a successful business both offline and online.
इससे जो हम लोगों का लाभ हो रहा है, इससे करीब 7 महिलाएं यहाँ पर रोजगार कर रही हैं। मुझे भी, मेरी भी आर्थिक स्थिति पहले से बहुत अच्छी हुई है। जो सबसे अहम चीज़ है वो ये है कि ना तो लोन लेने में किसी तरह की दिक्कत हुई और ना बैंक से ही हमें किसी तरह से परेशान किया गया।
The state IT department also provides an extra 50% financial assistance to women entrepreneurs, which has been a big boost to their businesses.
फाइनेंसिंग के जो ऑप्शंस हैं, चाहे अगर हम बैंकिंग की बात करें या स्टेट गवर्नमेंट की भी बात करें, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट ने अपने बजट में भी अनाउंस किया था 1000 करोड़ रुपए का स्टार्टअप फंड बनाने के लिए। तो योगी सरकार तमाम सारी चीज़ों में महिलाओं को और भी प्राथमिकता दे रही है। तो मुझे लगता है कि तो जो वो उस स्टार्टअप फंड जो उत्तर प्रदेश सरकार बना रही है उसको भी महिलाएं अवेल कर सकती हैं।
There are countless stories like that of Anushka and Vandana in UP. Inspirational women who are now steering the wheel of change. With Shilpa Sen in Lucknow, Bureau Report, India Today.
Allu Arjun, who made a mark among the Hindi audiences with his impressive performance in Pushpa. And Prabhas, who broke into the big league with Bahubali in 2015 and retained the stature with its sequel in 2017. After India Today magazine released issue on July 15th featuring Pushpa star Allu Arjun, the cover titled South Swag, Prabhas fans dug up a 2017 India Today magazine cover titled Epic Blockbuster featuring the superstar, took snap of the same and while drawing comparison, called it more organic. Allu fans who were raving about the viral July issue cover were met with rebuttal from fans of superstar and Bahubali actor Prabhas. Meanwhile, his team claimed that Prabhas's PR team is deliberately reviving the older magazine issue as Allu's cover gains traction. For the unversed, both Prabhas and Allu Arjun created a respectable space for themselves in Indian cinema through their work.
Middle class.
Before Pushpa The Rise, Allu Arjun delivered a commercial hit, Ala Vaikuntapuram Allu. He's also gearing up for the sequel, Pushpa The Rule.
The great Vikramaditya.
Prabhas, on the other hand, was last seen in Radhe Shyam, which turned out to be a box office dud, and is all set to star in Salar, Adi Purush and Project K. Entertainment Bureau, India Today.
Good morning, viewers. Let's take a look at the weather report across the major cities this morning. Thiruvananthapuram is at 30 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 59. Mumbai is at 29 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 122. Panaji is at 29 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 94. Ahmedabad is at 28 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 127. Bhopal is at 27 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 102. Jaipur is at 26 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 63. Delhi is at 24 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 65. Srinagar is at 9 degrees Celsius with AQI being 53. Lucknow is at 26 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 86. Patna is at 29 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 160. Kolkata is at 31 degrees with an AQI of 124. Hyderabad is at 27 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 111. Bangalore is at 24 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 89. Chennai is at 29 degrees Celsius with an AQI of 113. This is all we have for you in this segment. Hope wherever you are, you find favorable weather around you. Keep watching India Today for all the weather updates with me, AI Sana, all through the day.
Hi there, good afternoon. You're watching India Today TV. I'm Sneha Mordani. Let's get you started with the headlines in this edition of Lunch Break first. Salman Khan wades into OTT debate, says OTT vulgarity, nudity and abusive words must be censored.
Censor on OTT and all this, vulgarity, nudity, gali galoch should, stop.
After 2 days in custody, Bandi Sanjay gets bail in the SSC paper leak case. Telangana BJP chief lashes out at KCR government, calls him liquor mafia family. Suspense over BJP ticket announcement as Bommai and BS Yediyurappa headed to New Delhi. Bommai and BSY to meet BJP boss Nadu. Operation Popular Front of India quakes Karnataka after India Today exposed PFI subverting ban in the state of Karnataka. Bommai government promises action. Tamil Nadu government versus governor war reignites. Governor alleges foreign countries funded satellite protests. Stalin hits back with dictator Governor Jai. A massive debate has sparked over OTT censorship. Superstar Salman Khan waded into the censorship content on the OTT platform, calling for censorship of this content, expressing displeasure towards vulgarity, requesting filmmakers to avoid abuse. Abusive content and nudity, he said, needs to stop on online platforms as kids as young as 15 or 16 can watch them all. Now, the strong reaction from Bollywood's top actor comes just days after Centre took on the OTT platform. Union Information and Broadcast Minister recently, Anurag Thakur, had said in an event that OTT platforms must not propagate nudity, abuse and vulgarity, adding that obscenity will not be allowed. Remember, for now, there is no censorship board to monitor OTT content. Last year, when a plea was filed before the Supreme Court over regulation of the OTT content, it was dismissed by the Apex Court.
I just think that I don't believe in that kind of content. I just think that there should be a censor on OTT and all this, vulgarity, nudity, gali galoch should, stop because चलो 15 साल का 16 साल का बच्चा देख ले आपको अच्छा लगे कि आपकी छोटी सी बेटी देखे पढ़ने के बहाने में तो I just think that the content should be checked on OTT and जितना clean होगा content उतना बेहतर होगा.
Amit Tyagi is joining us, getting us the very latest on that front. Amit, in fact, there's been a growing chorus from some sections, including from the government, that there has to be some kind of regulation. But as far as Salman Khan's comments are concerned, what's been the kind of reaction really within the industry also about this position, very strong one that he's taken against OTT platforms?
Well, Salman Khan is one of the few actors who actually haven't done any kind of bold content ever in their career. If you look at Salman Khan's career graph also, he has not advocated any such thing, right from his first film, Maine Pyar Kiya, which actually showed a kissing scene in a very different manner. I remember this was 90s, early 90s, where Salman's first film, Maine Pyar Kiya, had a very, so-called bold scene of a kiss scene, but that happened through a glass. So Salman Khan, as an actor, over the years, since the time he made debut in Maine Pyar Kiya, he's always done clean films which have brought masses to the television as well as in cinema. In television also, his show Big Boss, he always advocates the clean kind of entertainment. And since the time Big Boss had Salman Khan as the host, Big Boss had stopped taking any contestants who advocate that kind of thing, because since Salman Khan has come on board, So he actually preaches what he practices, and that's what in the recent Filmfare the press conference, Salman shared exactly like that. I've personally spoken to Salman also many times, and he always says that television and cinema are the means of entertainment, and such kind of content, the boldness, the OTT culture which is caught up, is a very private thing, and he never has. He was always advocated strongly against this kind of content, and that's what exactly he means by the censorship in the PC that's been making headlines these days.
I'm going to thank you, Amit, for getting us up to speed with those developments. In fact, a while ago, I also spoke with actor Nasir Abdullah on his take on what Salman Khan has said. Listen in.
Being a senior human being who's seen stuff happen over the past 40 years in the film industry, I would like to concur with him, C-O-N, whatever the word is, that somewhere, yes, it should be there. Just because it is OTT, it doesn't mean that you have the liberty to go bonkers and go off the limits completely. So I'm with him somewhere. There should be a body that does watch, and sometimes when things get out of hand or it's over the top, it should be restrained really somewhere. I would agree with him to a reasonable extent on that.
All right, in fact, we listen in once again to what actor Salman Khan had to say about censorship on OTT platforms.
I just think that I don't believe in that kind of content. I just think that there should be a censor on OTT, and all this, vulgarity, nudity, gali galoch should, stop, because चलो 15 साल का 16 साल का बच्चा देख ले, आपको अच्छा लगेगा कि आपकी छोटी सी बेटी देखे पढ़ने के बहाने में? So I just think that the content should be checked on OTT, and जितना clean होगा content, उतना बेहतर होगा.
There's been a debate now, an ongoing one, over the kind of censorship that there should be on OTT platforms, and Salman Khan has also weighed in on that controversy now. Some news just coming in. Well, after the DMK and its alliance parties, now the AIADMK has also slammed the governor R.N. Ravi for his contribution remarks on anti-Sterlite protests. Speaking to reporters in Krishnagiri, senior AIADMK leader KP Munuswamy said, and I quote, action was taken against Sterlite based on the sentiments of the people by the previous AIADMK government. It does not bode well for the governor, who was occupying a top constitutional post, to make such remarks. Those in government work according to the will and needs of the people. It pains to see the statements the government has made on such a decision taken by the government. Also added that Prime Minister Narendra Modi will not allow for foreign funds to come in, and those indulging in such activities will be sent to jail. Interesting that the AIADMK now is also critical of what the governor has essentially said. Not the DMK only, but the opposition AIADMK also taking offence to what has been said by Governor R.N. Ravi on his remarks on Sterlite protests. Listen in first to what the governor had to say.
Take the case of Sterlite. There's in Thoothukudi. It was a purely foreign funded entire activities which led to the protest, unfortunate police firing, and that cost innocent lives. That is a very sad part of it.
Some news just coming in. Well, hours after Bandi Sanjay walked free, mega BJP show of strength in Telangana. Massive rally in Karimnagar in Telangana is what we are hearing. Of those details, Bandi Sanjay released from jail In spite of prohibitory orders, the workers of the BJP are out on the streets. What's really going on, Apurva?
Well, Bandi Sanjay has just now been released on conditional bail. We also get to know that these conditions include that of 20,000 sureties bond, rupees 20,000 surety bond. He must not leave the country, as well as that he must cooperate in the interrogation that is ongoing in the SSC paper leak as well. In fact, we also have gotten to know that Bandi Sanjay in his remarks has been very clear in saying that he will be taking legal action against police officials. He says that whatever has happened over the last 3 days, whatever he has endured over the last 3 days, what happened, that answer can only be given by KCR and the BRS government, because they had been directing the police under their directive. KCR's directive is what the police had been putting him through all of this, is what he's also said. He also goes on to reiterate that this SSC paper leak was not in fact a leak, but questions as to why only his name had been picked up when there were several others that the accused number 2, who is Burra Prashant, he had forwarded these leaked question paper photographs to, and why Bandi Sanjay was the main target. He says that all of this is a diversion that has been created by KCR and his son and daughter there, KTR and Kavita, to hide against the several alleged scams that they are involved in. Kavita in the allegedly in the Delhi liquor scam, as well as KTR in the TSPSC scam.
Okay, Apurva, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us all of those details. Apurva Jayachandran with that detailed report. Mega BJP show of strength in Telangana after the release of Bandi Sanjay. BJP workers are out on the streets. State President MP Bandi Sanjay was released from the district jail in Karimnagar after a court granted him bail in the case of circulation of SSC Hindi exam question paper on WhatsApp. However, prohibitory orders have been imposed in several areas surrounding the jail. There were several BJP district leaders also who were present when the BJP state chief walked out of jail. Bandi Sanjay has come down heavily on the BRS regime, accusing it of implicating him in a false case. He's also spoken about the fact that the chief minister essentially has failed in its duty and continues to remain insensitive to the agony of lakhs of unemployed youth in the aftermath of the question paper leak. He's also spoken about the fact that unemployed youth will be organizing a march in Warangal. He said that he was in fact grounded and picked up by the police without any notice. It was an illegal arrest, is what he said. Right now, listening to what Bandi Sanjay has told India Today TV.
The man of the hour, Bandi Sanjay, BJP State President and Karimnagar MP, here with us right now. Sir, 3 రోజులుగా మిమ్మల్ని చుట్టూ తిరిగి ఇటు అటు అని తిప్పి కరీంనగర్ జైల్లో పెట్టారు. మంగళవారం తీసుకొని వెళ్ళిపోయారు. ఇక్కడ ఈ చోట నుంచే ఏమైంది, ఇంతవరకు మీకు ఏం తెలిసి వచ్చింది?
ఏమైందో ముఖ్యమంత్రి చెప్పాలమ్మా. నేను మోడీ గారి బహిరంగ సభ విజయవంతం చేయడం కోసం అనేక కార్యక్రమాలు చేస్తున్నాం, సమావేశాలు ఏర్పాటు చేస్తున్నాం. మా ఇంట్లో మా అత్తమ్మగారు చనిపోయారు. హిందూ ధర్మంలో హిందూ సమాజంలో ఒక సెంటిమెంట్ ఉంటుంది, పక్షి పెట్టడం అనేది. కాబట్టి మొదటి రోజు పక్షి పెడితే మా అత్తమ్మ మా సొంత కొడుకులకే చూసుకున్నారు, మా అమ్మ అత్తమ్మ ఇద్దరు. ఆ పక్షి ముట్టలే కాబట్టి ఇంట్లో ఏడ్చారు అందరు. కంపల్సరీ మీరు వస్తేనే పక్షి ముడుతుందని చెప్పిన తర్వాత నేను మొన్న 7th డే రోజు 7th డే వచ్చి పక్షి పెడదామని చెప్పి నైట్లో ఇంటికి వచ్చిన. ఇంట్లో అందరు ఏడుస్తున్నారు. ఈ సమయంలో పోలీస్ ఫోర్స్ మొత్తం వచ్చి నాతో మాట్లాడడానికి వచ్చినా మాట్లాడుతూనే ఉన్నా. ఇంట్లో అందరు ఏడుస్తున్నారు పాపం. కనీసం చూడకుండా అరెస్ట్ చేస్తున్నామని చెప్పి ఒక పార్లమెంట్ సభ్యుని, ప్రజల చేత అనుకుంటే పార్లమెంట్ సభ్యుని ఓ వారెంట్ లేకుండా, ఒక నోటీస్ లేకుండా, ఏమి చెప్పకుండా వాళ్ళు ఈ అరెస్ట్ అని చెప్పి మొత్తం ఇంట్లో చింతమంది టెంట్లు తీసేయడము, ఫోటో తీసేయడము, ఈ లోపల కార్యకర్తలు లాఠీ చార్జ్ చేయడము, ఇష్టానుసారంగా దౌర్జన్యంగా వివరించి రాత్రి తీసుకుపోయారు. ఒక 2 hours ఎక్కడ దింపారు, సిద్దిపేట అన్నారు, గజ్వల్ అన్నారు, జనగాం అన్నారు, అటు తిప్పి బొమ్మల రామారావు అక్కడ తీసుకుపోయించారు. నైట్ మొత్తం అక్కడ వచ్చారు. మళ్ళీ మార్నింగ్ ఏం చేశారు, 9 o'clock పోలీస్ ఫోర్స్ అని అటు ఇటు మొత్తం క్లాత్ పేపర్స్ అని పెట్టి ఎవరు కనకుండా అన్నారు. జనగాం అన్నారు, హన్మకొండ పోలీస్ ట్రైనింగ్ సెంటర్ కు 3 o'clock తీసుకుపోయారు. 3 నుంచి సాయంత్రం వరకు కూర్చుకొని మళ్ళీ అక్కడి నుంచి కోర్టు తీసుకుపోయారు. ఏమవుతుందో మాకే తెలుస్తుంది అన్న. మమ్మల్ని ఫోన్ లో డైరెక్షన్ ఇస్తున్నారు, ఇటువంటి అటువంటి అటువంటి ఏం కేసు అంటే ఏం కేసు మాకు తెలియదు చెప్పండి.
ఎస్ఎస్సి పేపర్ లీక్ కేసులో మిమ్మల్ని ఒక అక్యూజ్ నంబర్ 1 గా వరంగల్ పోలీస్ కమిషనర్ ఆయన చెప్పారు, రిపోర్ట్లో కూడా చెప్పినారు. మీకు బుర్రా ప్రశాంత్ అనే ఒక వ్యక్తితో మీకు సంబంధాలు ఉన్నాయి.
Bandi Sanjay about how he's been named as the accused number 1 in the SSC paper leak.
ప్రశాంత్ కు ఆయన రిపోర్టరు టిఆర్ఎస్ పార్టీ లోకల్ మినిస్టర్స్ తోని లోకల్ ఎమ్మెల్యేస్ తో సంబంధాలు ఉన్నాయి.
The main accused, the reporter who's been named in the paper leak scam, is linked to several TRS MLAs and MLCs.
పేపర్ లీక్ ఎక్కడైంది అసలు? పేపర్ లీక్ కాదు, అది మాల్ ప్రాక్టీస్ అంటారు దాన్ని. నేనేం చెప్తున్నా ఇదే సిపి మొన్న ఒక రకంగా మాట్లాడి, ఒకసారి మాల్ ప్రాక్టీస్ అంటాడు, ఒకసారి లీక్ అంటాడు, ఒకసారి బండి సంజయ్కి సంబంధం ఉంటుంది, ఇష్టం కూడా మాట్లాడు. నేను ఏమంటున్నా ఈ సిపిని ఆయన టోపీ పెట్టి ప్రామిస్ చేయమని చెప్పండి. 3 సింహాలు ఉంటాయి కదా, ప్రామిస్ చేయమని చెప్పండి. ఇది కరెక్ట్. ఒక్కసారి
ask the commissioner to swear about his mention of my name, about him calling me accused number 1. He made several claims. Let him swear that all of it is true.
చూపిస్తున్న ఇలాంటి ఆఫీసర్స్ వల్ల వాళ్ళు ఒక్కసారి తలుచుకోని చెప్పండి. వాళ్ళ పేరుతోని ఇలా 3 సింహాల మీద ప్రమాణం చేయమని చెప్పండి. ఇది కరెక్ట్.
In the name of all the police officers under him, let him then swear that what he said against me is true.
నేను ప్రామిస్ చేశాను కదా ఇంతకుముందు, చేయమని చెప్పండి. ఒక వ్యక్తిని ఇష్యూ డైవర్ట్ చేస్తారు. ఏంటంటే టీఎస్పీఎస్సీ విషయంలో తెలంగాణలో 30 లక్షల మంది యువత భవిష్యత్ అంధకారం అయిపోయింది. కోర్టు పోతారు, కోర్టు బీజేపీ అయిందంటారు. మళ్ళీ 22 నోటిఫికేషన్ ఇచ్చిన వరకు ఒక్క నోటిఫికేషన్ చక్కగలే. ఇన్నిసార్లు ఎందుకు చక్కగలే? ఒకసారి తప్పు జరిగితే దాన్ని మళ్ళీ సరి చేసుకోవాలి, సరి చేసుకోడు. ఎగ్జామ్స్ నిర్వహించేటువంటి తెలివి లేదు, ఒక విద్యా సంస్థలు నిర్వహించే తెలివి లేదు. ఫుడ్ పాయిజన్ అవుతుంది, పురుగులు అన్నం పెడుతున్నారు. బాసర్ త్రిబుల్ అసలు కనీసం విద్యా సౌకర్యాలు వాళ్ళు ఆందోళన చేస్తున్నారు. ఎగ్జామ్స్ నిర్వహించలేడు. ఇప్పుడు నేను హిందీ పేపర్ లీక్ చేసిన అంటున్నారు. దానికంటే ముందు తెలుగు పేపర్ లీక్ అయింది కదా, అదే ఎవరు లీక్ చేశారు? మొబైల్ ఫోన్ లోపల వరకు ఎట్లా పోయింది? అలా ఇన్విజిలేటర్ ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, అక్కడ స్క్వాడ్ ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ఆఫీసర్ పోలీస్ ఏం చేస్తున్నది?
What was the invigilator doing? What was the police doing? They accused me of leaking it using phones, but what were all these people doing there?
మాయం చేసేది. నేను మా పిఏ పోయి అడిగిండు, సిఐని అడిగిండు, నాతో కారులో సిఐని అడిగిండు, ఏసీపీని అడిగిండు. అక్కడ పెట్రోల్ బంక్ దగ్గర వాష్రూమ్ పోయినాం, పెట్రోల్ బంక్ దగ్గర పోయి కూడా పోయి చూశారు. నా మొబైల్తో ఏం పని వీళ్ళకు టెక్నాలజీ తెలుసు కదా, ఏం పని నా మొబైల్తో? నాది ఏం పేరు లేదు. మళ్ళీ ముఖ్యమంత్రి వచ్చిన ఆదేశం వరకు ఏమని పెట్టాను. కోర్టు ఏం చేసి, హైకోర్టు ఏం చేసి చంపమికలు కొట్టింది.
My name was not at all mentioned so far, but it's been done because of political intervention, and that's why now I've been given relief.
ఇది నరేంద్ర మోదీ గారు వస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి ఇవన్నీ ప్లాన్ చేశారు.
టీఎస్పీఎస్సీ విషయంలో ప్రజల్లో కూడా తీవ్ర వ్యతిరేకత ఉంది. భారతీయ జనతా పార్టీ ఒకటి సింగిల్ ఫైట్ చేస్తున్నది. మొట్టమొదటిసారి స్పందించిన పార్టీ భారతీయ జనతా పార్టీ. ముఖ్యమంత్రి కొడుకు దీన్ని బాధ్యత వహించాలి. గతంలో అనేక మంది మంత్రుల మీద రాజీనామా ఇచ్చి బయటకు పంపారు. ముఖ్యమంత్రి కొడుకుని ఎందుకు చేయరు? ముఖ్యమంత్రి బిడ్డ దంద చేసింది, సారా దంద చేసింది. ఆయన ఎమ్మెల్సీ నుంచి రాజీనామా ఇచ్చారా? ఆయన కొడుకు ఇన్వాల్వ్మెంట్, నా కొడుకు నిర్లక్ష్యం జరిగిందంత ఇది. మరి కొడుకు రాజీనామా ఇచ్చావా? నీవు టీఎస్పీఎస్సీ విషయంలో కొడుకు రాజీనామా వేయాలి, లేకపోతే బర్తరఫ్ వేయాలి, సిట్టింగ్ చేస్తూ విచారణ జరపాలి. దాంతోపాటు 30 లక్షల యువతను అన్యాయం కోరారు. ఎవరైతే అన్యాయం కోరారో వాళ్ళందరికీ
Chief Minister done a grave injustice with the future of 30 lakh students by throwing me into this.
అవును, గతంలో మినిస్టర్ ఎమ్మెల్యేలు అందరూ కూడా బయటకు పంపించాడు. ఈయన ఎందుకు రాజీనామా అయ్యాడు? కాబట్టి పేపర్ లీక్ వాళ్ళే చేసి Savita Indrareddy గారి
They manufactured this entire controversy. They manufactured this paper leak case.
మెసేజ్ ఇవ్వడానికి రాష్ట్ర ముఖ్యమంత్రి కుట్ర. నేనేమంటాను, మీరు తప్పు అయినప్పుడు
And all of this has been done by the state chief minister.
10th పేపర్ లీక్ విషయంలో సిట్టింగ్ చేస్తూ విచారణ చెప్పు. హిందీ పేపర్ లీక్ చేస్తారండి ఎవడన్నా? 20 మార్క్స్ వాళ్ళే చేస్తారు. ఎట్లా అయితే చెప్పండి. ఇప్పుడు ఎట్లా పోయింది మొబైల్ లోపలికి, ఎట్లా పోయిందండి లోపలికి, ఎగ్జామ్ లోపలికి, హాల్ లోపలికి? వీటిగా విచారణ జరపకుండా ఇష్యూ డైవర్ట్ చేయడం. మోడీ గారి సభ, మోడీ గారి బీజేపీ బహిరంగ సభ కాదు అది. తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రంలో జరుగుతున్న అభివృద్ధి కార్యక్రమాలకు శంకుస్థాపన. ఏడు ముఖ్యమంత్రి ఆయన ఏడు ఇంకొంచెం చేయడు.
ఇన్ని సంవత్సరాలుగా ముఖ్యమంత్రి ప్రధానమంత్రి వస్తున్నప్పుడు రాలేదు. రేపు ప్రధానమంత్రి వస్తున్నారు, మీరు చెప్పినట్టు ఒక అభివృద్ధి అన్ని ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ అన్ని రిలీజ్ చేసేదానికి. ఇప్పుడు ముఖ్యమంత్రి వస్తారు అనే నమ్మకం ఉందా? ఎట్లా?
ముఖ్యమంత్రికి తెలంగాణ అభివృద్ధి ధ్యాస ఉంటే, ఆయనకి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంటే రావాలి.
If the chief minister has any dedication to Telangana and the interest of Telangana, he should be there to greet the prime minister when he comes to Telangana.
మోడీ గారికి ముఖం చూపే స్థితిలో ముఖ్యమంత్రి ఉన్నాడు. మోడీ గారు హీరో అని చెప్పి ఆయన అన్నాడు, అభివృద్ధికి సహకరిస్తున్న ఆయన అన్నాడు. మోడీ గారు ఆలోచన ఏంది? తెలంగాణ రాష్ట్రాన్ని అభివృద్ధి చేసుకుందాం. ఇంతమంది త్యాగాలు చేశారు.
The prime minister's message is clear. He wants to better Telangana. He wants to work for Telangana.
కేంద్రం ఇచ్చే నిధులను డైవర్ట్ చేస్తాడు. కేంద్రం యొక్క సంక్షేమ పథకాలు అమలు చేయడు.
But KCR continues to divert issues, continues to take the focus away from development.
నేషనల్ హైవేస్ కు ల్యాండ్ ఎక్విజిషన్ చేయడు, మ్యాచింగ్ నెట్ ఇవ్వడు, ప్రతి దానికి డైవర్ట్ చేస్తాడు. అంటే ముఖ్యమంత్రికి అభివృద్ధి శ్రద్ధ లేదు. రామగుండం ఎరువుల ఫ్యాక్టరీ ఎందుకు రాడు? మోడీ గారు తెరిపిస్తే. నిజాం షుగర్ ఫ్యాక్టరీ మూసేసినావు, రియాన్ ఫ్యాక్టరీ మూసేసినావు, అన్ని ఫ్యాక్టరీ మూసేస్తాడు ఈయన. తెలంగాణ వచ్చిన తర్వాత మోడీ గారేమో అభివృద్ధి విషయంలో తెరిచే వ్యక్తి, కంపెనీలు తెరిచే వ్యక్తి, ఈయన మూసేసే వ్యక్తి. కాబట్టి ఏ ముఖం పెట్టుకొని వస్తాడు? అలా రావాలి. ముఖ్యమంత్రికి తెలంగాణ మీద అభివృద్ధి మీద శ్రద్ధ ఉంటే ఇలా మోడీ గారి మీటింగ్ రావాలి. దాన్ని సక్సెస్, దానిలో ఆ సభలో పాల్గొనాలి. ఈయనకి 24 hours మోడీ గారిని తిట్టడము, కేంద్ర ప్రభుత్వాన్ని తిట్టడము, దాంతో సెంటిమెంట్ రగిలించి రాజకీయ లబ్ధి పొందే ప్రయత్నిస్తారు.
Bandi Sanjay there speaking exclusively to India Today TV, talking about the fact that this is politics of vendetta. State of war Karnataka is intensified after SDPI announcement on contesting on 100 seats. AIMIM is in talks with the JDS for the upcoming elections. The news of AIM joining hands with JDS has jittered the Congress that fears losing Muslim votes. AIMIM already made inroads by winning in few seats during municipal corporation elections in Hyderabad, in Hubballi in fact, and Vijaypura. Most of the workers are from Congress and shifted their loyalties from the Grand Old Party and moved to the AIMIM. SDPI also won few seats in local panchayat elections of Kapu and Udupi, dividing the votes of the Congress. The Grand Old Party is also facing the problem in seat allocation, with party netas in Katur and Mandya staging protests after they were not given tickets.
That is October statement. Now this is we are in April. Okay. Wait and see. Discussions is going on. They have met. They have discussed. Party will take the decision after discussing with the district committees.
Okay. These are big elections, assembly elections. Okay. The Muslims, the minorities know. There is direct fight between Congress and BJP.
Okay.
So they will not definitely waste the votes. They know those who can defeat BJP is only Congress party. Okay. So minorities last time also stood by the Congress party. Minorities this time also will stand by the Congress party. Some organizations want to divide the minority votes, but the minorities are definitely knows that we have to, if you have to defeat a communal party, they know that unitedly we have to support Congress party, because Congress is the only party which can defeat BJP, and they also know. See, Rahul Gandhi, Srimati Sonia Gandhi, some Mallikarjun Kharge, they have been fighting against this communal party and the BJP party. So they know whatever has to happen, we should support Congress party.
On the other hand, Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivkumar, in conversation with India Today, claimed that Muslims would vote for Congress in the elections.
They have bungled themselves. This will not work. Before they could not bring any amendment in the ninth schedule or anything. This will not work. They have bungled themselves. What we have earlier, there was a big problem. I think they could not satisfy any of the section. Taking out 4%, Wakaligas was asking for 15-16%, Lingais was asking for 16%. They asked for a 2A, that has not been done. Ultimately, the minorities have gone to the general group. I think all sections they have lost now. All sections. Even the scheduled caste, I am telling you, they could have brought it to the parliament and made an amendment. Why did not bring to the parliament? The minister of the state government, coming from Karnataka, himself has replied that there is no such proposals. They are just trying to fool the people of Karnataka, especially the scheduled caste, the backward class, forget minorities. On other section also, nothing will help them. I think that will be a very big factor which they will going to lose.
Us all of those details as far as that big story is concerned. Anaga, at the face of it, really, the Congress essentially is saying that that's not going to happen. Muslims will vote for the Congress in these elections. But what is the inside track of their assessment? Because this is not going to be the first time that the Congress is going to be losing out, probably, on minority votes, isn't it?
That's right, Sneha. And the same thing happened in 2018 elections as well. JDS and AIMIM had joined together and AIMIM had extended its support to JDS. But if you take a look at last time assembly elections, JDS was not able to get much of the minority votes. So that is why this time JDS and the entire Devegowda family is a little skeptical about siding with AIMIM this time. At this point they feel like AIMIM is not going to bring much minority votes to the JDS. So we are getting to know through our sources that the talks are still on, contemplation is still going on. This time AIMIM is going to be contesting from 25 seats. So this time the talks are still on. However, things are not confirmed yet.
All right, things aren't confirmed but remains to be seen. What kind of combinations then work in the state of Karnataka as far as wooing the minorities is concerned? Anaga, I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us those details. We're staying with Karnataka. State of war continues to gain momentum, with the BJP and the Congress both gearing up for the elections. B.S. Yediyurappa and Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai will be in the national capital. The duo are supposed to meet the BJP bigwigs in order to discuss ticket distribution in the state. It is known that candidate list has been sent to BJP High Command, which will source it through 4 stages and then finalize. According to the Chief Minister, if the parliamentary board meeting happens on the 8th of April, then the list will be released on the 9th of April. Meanwhile, Congress is also leaving no stone unturned to corner the BJP. Taking a jibe, the Congress alleged that Saffron Party was scared of announcing the list of candidates, as this would lead to problems within the Saffron Party.
ನಾಳೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಭಿಪ್ರಾಯ ಸಂಗ್ರಹ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಜಿಲ್ಲಾ ಮಟ್ಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸಮಿತಿ ಕೂಡ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ 3 ಹೆಸರುಗಳು. ಅದು ದಿಲ್ಲಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚರ್ಚೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಪಾರ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಬೋರ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಿಮಗೊಳಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ನನಗೇನು ಸಂಪರ್ಕ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ ಅವರು ಇದುವರೆಗೂ, ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
जिस प्रकार से कांग्रेस के नेता सुरजेवाला और अन्य जो भारतीय जनता पार्टी पे आरोप लगा रहे हैं, इस बात को दर्शाता है कि कांग्रेस के मन में फ्रस्ट्रेशन है. कांग्रेस कर्नाटक चुनाव हार रही है तो हताशा और निराशा में इस प्रकार से आरोप लगा रहे हैं. और स्पष्ट दिख रहा है जिस प्रकार से कांग्रेस का ग्राफ गिर रहा है, भाजपा का ग्राफ लगातार बढ़ रहा है. ये इसलिए क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में जो काम हुआ है कर्नाटक के लिए, अद्भुत काम हुआ, हर वर्ग के लिए काम हुआ है, कर्नाटक का विकास हुआ है. और पहले येदियुरप्पा जी मुख्यमंत्री थे तो अभी बोम्मई जी के नेतृत्व में भी कर्नाटक का चौमुखा विकास हुआ.
Why are they bothered about our party's internal matters? 13th is the nomination filing day which commences. We know when to release. Our leaders or our contestants know in respective areas of when they need to campaign, when they need to file their nomination. It is our internal matter. Let them not worry about our candidates. Let them sort out their second list or the third list what is the fight that is going on between different factions that is there in Congress party.
Karnataka election is an election that relates to the lives of over 6.5 crore brothers and sisters of Karnataka. The 40% commission government will be relegated to less than 40 seats.
All right, that brings us to the end of this edition. News continues on the other side. Do stay on with us.
Hello, my name is Pranav Dixit and you are watching Tech Today. Realme has been making waves in the Indian smartphone industry for its innovative features and affordable price point. Today, Realme has launched the C55 smartphone. Now, specs aside, one of the most interesting features that I found in this smartphone is the mini capsule, which smartly takes around the area of the punch hole camera. From the outside, the phone is quite slim at just 7.89 millimeters of thickness. The back of the phone has a nice design to it with these brushed vertical lines. The chassis looks quite modern with flat edges and rounded corners. The phone has a big 6.7-inch display, a 64-megapixel primary camera and a 2-megapixel black and white lens. Now coming to the inside, the Realme C55 is powered by a MediaTek Helio G88 chipset with up to 8 gigs of RAM, which can provide ample performance. Coming to its showstopper feature, which I have not seen in any Android smartphone in the market today, is the mini capsule. It can smartly adapt part of the display around the 8-megapixel punch hole camera for showing things like charging notification, data usage and more. Apple's Dynamic Island, anyone? Now while the phone supports only 4G networking with 2 nano SIM card slots, it has something that many of the phones 10 times its cost do not have, which is a micro SD card slot. You can expand the storage by up to 1 terabyte. The phone has a 5000 mAh battery with 33-watt fast charging that can charge your phone from 0 to 50% in just 29 minutes. The Realme C55 comes in 2 colors, sun shower and rainy night. Overall, the Realme C55 offers impressive features at a great price point of Rs 13,999, making it a great option for anyone who is in the market for an affordable smartphone that doesn't break the bank.
Traveling from different parts.
Armed with facts,
Looking at political back.
she takes the news by its horns.
You think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold, and direct. setting the tone for the biggest stories from every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Welcome back. You're watching Lunch Break. Now, shocking details are emerging in the conman Sukesh Chandrashekhar extortion case. Sources have told India Today that the conman ran the extortion racket from the jail and was getting full support from top jail officials. India Today was also informed that Mandoli jail superintendent received 66 lakh rupees, his deputy 5 lakh rupees a month. Assistant superintendents received 2 lakh rupees every month from the conman to let him live the luxurious life behind the bars. The amount he had paid really to officials let him truly live a grand life there. Even in jail, the conman had an iPhone 12 Pro used by him to run the extortion racket and coordinate with his aide Deepak. He had internet access to use apps like the Telegram and WhatsApp. Not just that, even during COVID, when most cells were overcrowded, Sukesh had a separate barrack.
This matter should be investigated and should be investigated by any independent agency. The reason behind it is because this jail authority comes under Delhi government, and it's time to time, every time it's been seen that the top people of officials of jail authorities are involved in some other one or another VIP treatment scam. So this has to be investigated. We have seen in the past when this allegation was made on Unitech also, Sahara also, now Sukesh, and then in fact Secretary Jan himself also, that VIP treatment has been given to the people, and the nexus has been run by inside the jail. So this has to be investigated, and how investigation should be done by the independent agency, not by the Delhi government officials or somebody else. Either by the judicial magistrate, judicial people, or some retired judge. It has to be investigated.
All right, let's get you all the details of how this man really was functioning from inside jail. Essentially, conman Sukesh Chandrashekhar paid lakhs to jail officials. Assistant superintendent is what we are learning. Look at the kind of money that was paid to this man. First, lakhs to jail officials. Depending on their designation, this money was given by Sukesh Chandrashekhar. Assistant superintendent there, Meena, received money from the aid of Sukesh Chandrashekhar. Also finalized the date, time and place to deliver the cash. Sukesh coordinated with aide Deepak from inside the jail. The jail assistant superintendent Meena distributed cash among staff. Also, this staff then used this money for household expense, purchasing flats. Sukesh also coordinated with aide via WhatsApp, the access of which was allowed to him inside jail. Shrishti Ojha is getting us all of those details. Shrishti, first of all, that this really was no secret that this man essentially was working in tandem, in cooperation with the jail authorities there. Or else none of this really would have been possible. Give us an idea about which of these officials now are under the radar and what is being done to deal with the situation.
Well, yes, our sources have revealed this exclusive information that we've received, where the details which have been shared reveal that top jail officials were bribed by Sukesh and crores of rupees were paid every month in return for illegal gratifications. What the sources close to the investigation, in fact, have confirmed that Sukesh was running an extortion racket inside the jail. But what's interesting here and what's important here is that it was being done in connivance with jail officials, top Rohini jail officials, where crores of money was paid and in exchange, some illegal facilities were being provided. Now, 3 Rohini jail officials as of now are in the dock for helping Sukesh. This includes the superintendent, the assistant superintendent and the deputy superintendent of Rohini jail, who were all posted there when Sukesh was lodged. According to the sources, terms and conditions of how money had to be, what amount of money had to be given, and what facilities were to be given to Sukesh were already decided in advance. Now, what facilities are we talking about here? We're talking about constant access to phones, which was given to Sukesh by these officials. Not just that, an iPhone 12 Pro that was purchased by him when he was out on parole was also with him in his custody. Access to SIM cards was given, internet access was made available to him, which basically gave him unrestricted access to the outside world, which is otherwise not allowed to under trial prisoners who are lodged in jail and in judicial custody. During times of COVID, when the jails were overcrowded, according to our sources, a separate independent barrack was also made available for Sukesh so he could carry on his activities in private. In fact, he also got some freedom from CCTV supervision. Now, how did that happen? We've been told that CCTV in his cells were also blocked by curtains and water bottles. The officials let this happen. No action was taken against them. Whopping amount in lakhs and crores was allegedly paid to these officials, with Sukesh Chandrashekhar himself himself allegedly confessing that he paid a huge amount of 2 crores to the DG prisons. Sources also revealed that...
Srishti, I'm going to, in fact, thank you for the moment for getting us all of those details as far as this entire nexus that Sukesh was running from inside the jail is concerned. Some news coming in. This is from, in fact, around the Kozhikode train fire. Murder charges. Section 302 has been added against the accused, Shahrukh Sethi, in the FR submitted by the railway police. Remember, a train arsonist. Shahrukh killed 3 people and several others were injured. 9 of them were injured, in fact. 14-day judicial custody has also been granted to Shahrukh Sethi. Is now going to be facing grievous murder charges. 3 people were killed by him, 9 people were injured. Murder charges on the Kerala train arsonist Shahrukh Sethi is now been charged with murder in the Kozhikode fire incident. He is an accused in the Adapura Kannur Executive Express arson attack case that killed 3 people. Shivi Mol is getting us more details, and that should be expected, isn't it? Given that 3 people unfortunately lost their lives in this horrific attack.
Well, exactly, Sneha. Section 302 murder charges has been added to against the accused Shahrukh Sethi as of now. It's in the FIR submitted by the railway police that the section was additionally added because yesterday a complaint was a case was registered based on the complaint by a passenger. In that, attempt to murder charges were section 307 attempt to murder charges were there, but here today the murder charges, that section 302 has been added based on as we know 3 people lost their lives. So initially it was said that all these 3 people, that includes a small 2-year-old child also, all of them out of panic and fear jumped out of the train. But here now there is a narrative going around that it could also possibly be that this man pushed the accused here, Shahrukh, actually pushed them from the train. So the police is actually probing that angle also. And of course, the police is currently probing that angle. As of now, the accused medical examination has been completed. He will be discharged from the medical college. Yesterday, the police was planning after the detailed medical examination, he will be taken to court, and after getting the custody, his questioning will start, was the initial plan. But he had few health issues, he had few injuries, following which he was admitted to Kozhikode Medical College yesterday. And today morning, the magistrate came in person to the hospital, and the court proceedings took place inside the prison cell in the Kozhikode Medical College. And after that, he has been remanded to 14 days judicial custody, following which he will be discharged. The medical board has given a clearance regarding his fitness. So now he will be moved to the jail, and an application, a police custody application will be filed, after which the questioning will begin, is what we are understanding. But the latest is that the murder charge, section 302, has been added against the accused here.
All right, I'm going to thank you, Shibi, for getting us up to speed with those developments. And we're staying with details of the Kerala arson attacker, Shahrukh Sethi. Many details now emerging of this young man, particularly on how he was radicalized. Shahrukh's handwritten notes have been recovered, which give us a sense of how his indoctrination took place and how his handlers contacted him on YouTube.
After a clear Shaheen Bagh link, another massive revelation in the suspected Kerala train terror attack case. Investigators have found some chilling clues in Shah Rukh Saifi's personal diary. Notes on kufr or un-Islamic deeds, words like badkar or evil character, magloob or defeated, farihin, which means a conversation between two people. Kozhikode cops who are grilling the attacker are trying to solve the riddle of his diary. The probe has shown that Shah Rukh was radicalized on YouTube. He had a channel also, and handlers allegedly used the YouTube channel to get in touch with him, indoctrinating him and making him change his lifestyle. Once radicalized, Shah Rukh quit smoking and tried to discontinue what he thought was un-Islamic practices. Cops are also trying to solve the mystery of Shah Rukh's sudden and mysterious trip to Kerala.
While one page of the diary listed down his day-to-day activities, another page had his YouTube logo as well as a line, "Let's do it." Did this YouTube channel have any role? Did anybody who wanted to radicalize him reach out to him through this YouTube channel's ID? Now those are one of the many questions the police has to deeply look into.
Where he set 3 people on fire and hurt 9 others inside the train with no apparent provocation.
Once he is medically examined and the doctors confirm that, then we'll start questioning him. Whatever he says, we have to verify and trace his movements on the background and all that. Everything, then we'll be able to establish what exactly the sections of UAPA or other will be invoked.
Shah Rukh's father, however, believes he's being framed.
किस तरह से अब ये बता रहे हैं कि कोई टेरर एंगल नहीं है यार डिटेल तो ये नहीं बाइट करके करता हूं आपको उसको कोई लेके गया ऐसा लगता है.
Did radicalized Shah Rukh Saifi stage a lone wolf terror attack? And are there more Shah Rukhs lurking? With Shibimol in Thiruvananthapuram, Bureau Report, India Today.
Some news just coming in. Pinarayi Vijayan's scathing attack on Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the government. The Kerala Chief Minister has hit out at the BJP and the RSS for saffronization of textbooks in the country, blaming the RSS for distorting historical events and facts, appeals a huge protest against the omission of Mughal history from NCERT textbooks. Shibi Mole is getting us more details on that. Not just the Kerala Chief Minister, several opposition leaders in the country, Shibi, have raised these concerns about how can there be saffronization of textbooks and how can we tamper with history.
Well, exactly, Sneha. Since the NCERT's decision came, we have heard reactions coming in, especially from the opposition party leaders. Now, Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan also goes on to speak on the similar lines. He says that this is a purpose attempt by the Sangh Parivar. It's a Sangh Parivar agenda to, rewrite the history, is what Pinarayi Vijayan goes on to say. He says that the Gandhi assassination, the omission of Gandhi assassination from the political science chapter of the 12th standard students and the RSS ban that followed is an attempt to not let the students of this generation know about exactly what happened in the history. The medieval history of the Mughal Empire has also been omitted. Now he says that the medieval history has always created problems for the RSS agenda, for the RSS, and that's exactly why they don't want the students to know what exactly happened during the medieval period. And he says that how much ever you try or you make an attempt to create this agenda or to infuse hatred and division in the minds of students, history cannot be rewritten. You cannot rewrite or rewrite the actual history. That will remain the same, as what Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan says. He says in the end that we need to raise our voice. Our constitution has always stood for secularism, but that's not how it's happening right now. It's going against all the principles of constitution, and it's high time that everybody in the country, including everybody in the country, should raise their voice and protest against this, is what Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan said.
But thank you for the moment for getting us all of those details. This has got to do with certain chapters removed from NCERT textbooks, and that essentially has led to this statement from the Chief Minister of Kerala. In other news today, amid death threats, Salman Khan has bought a high-end bulletproof SUV. The superstar bought a Nissan petrol SUV. The car has been imported as it is not available in the Indian market as yet. No official launch of this SUV has taken place in India. Salman decided to get this car for himself for security reasons. Bollywood superstar Salman Khan has been at the receiving end of threats. In the last couple of weeks or so, the Dabang actor got an email threat and a death threat from gangster Lawrence Bishnoi gang. Salman's team received a death threat via email in which they wrote that Bishnoi's only life goal is to kill Salman. Following this, he was provided with more security by the Mumbai police, and now in addition he's bought this high-end imported Nissan SUV. It's time for a quick commercial break. Here on the other side, pension reform fire rages in Paris. Macron's favorite restaurant has been set on fire. We're getting that story in just 2 minutes. Welcome back. A Paris restaurant believed to be a favorite of French President Emmanuel Macron was attacked by an angry mob. The restaurant was set on fire by protesters who were demanding a rollback of the controversial new pension bill brought by the Macron government.
Popular Paris bistro, a favorite of French President Emmanuel Macron, set on fire by anti-pension reform protesters. The restaurant is known in France for hosting a much criticized celebratory dinner for Macron when he won the 2017 presidential election. Chaos engulfed
the streets of Paris as angry protesters attacked police with stones and glass bottles. Garbage cans were torched and 2 banks also smashed up on the 11th day of nationwide demonstrations. Throughout France, scuffles broke out between the riot police and protesters. Since January, violent protests have raged on against the flagship reform of Macron's second term. The new bill raises the retirement age by 2 years to 64 years. But 10 previous rounds of nationwide strikes and protests have failed to get Macron to change course. Unions argue that there are other options, like making companies and wealthy pay more. Protesters say they will continue to fight till the pension reforms are rolled back.
I was lucky enough to be able to stop at 60 years old because I was a social worker, and I was a social worker because I couldn't be a nurse anymore. You can see my back. But a nurse who works in an intensive care unit like I did for 10 to 12 years, at 30 years old, she's done.
As France continues to burn, Emmanuel Macron is on a 3-day visit to China. Bureau Report, India Today.
The story and much more going up on our website as well. That's indiatoday.in. You can also download the India Today app. News continues on the other side. Thanks for watching.
Traveling from different parts.
Armed with facts,
Looking at political back.
she takes the news by its horns.
You think the future of these students are not hampered?
Fierce, bold, and direct, setting the tone for the biggest stories from every corner and every angle. Expect nothing but the unfiltered truth.
News first, niceties later. Watch me, Nabila Jamal, on India Today.
As State of War Karnataka begins, a reminder why India Today is the true #1. The 5 big faces speak to us before all others. From Chief Minister Bommai
Our intent is to weed out corruption.
to Chief Challenger Siddaramaiah,
Yes, 100% I'm an aspirant.
from old warhorse Yediyurappa
And I have got 100% confidence that we are going to come back to power in Karnataka.
to muscle man DK Shivakumar,
My number Karnataka on 13, 141 will be the number.
and Kingmaker Kumaraswamy.
Offer is there. Okay. Everybody offering me.
When it's Karnataka, there's no competition. India's #1 election channel.
Hi there. good afternoon. You're watching India Today TV. I'm Sneha Mordani. Let's get started with the top stories this Friday afternoon. Salman Khan wades into the OTT debate, says OTT vulgarity, nudity and abusive words must be censored.
Should be a censor on OTT, and all this, vulgarity, nudity, gali galoch should, stop.
After 2 days in custody, Bandi Sanjay gets bail in the SSC paper leak case. Mega show of strength on streets of Karimnagar. Telangana BJP chief lashes out at the KCR government, calls him liquor mafia family. Suspense over BJP ticket announcement as Bommai and BS Yediyurappa headed to New Delhi. Bommai and BSY to meet BJP boss Nadu. Operation Popular Front of India quakes Karnataka. After India Today exposed PFI subverting ban in the state of Karnataka, Bommai government promises action. Tamil Nadu government versus governor war reignites. Governor alleges foreign countries funded sterilite protest after DMK, AIADMK lashes out at the governor. All right, first let's take a look at top developments on India Today's agenda-setting investigation on banned outfit, the Popular Front of India. India Today's investigation discovered that in spite of being outlawed in September last year, the Popular Front of India found ways to circumvent the ban and continue its operations in Karnataka. The PFI network, Pasha, admitted that PFI cadre have apparently regrouped physically and online, many of them assimilating into the SDPI, widely thought to be the political wing of the banned outfit. India Today's sting operation have sent tremors across political class in Karnataka. The Bommai government has said it is closely monitoring the situation. The Saffron clan has promised to not leave any stone unturned and punish those involved in criminal conspiracies. Congress MLA Priyank Kharge has responded to India Today's sting against the Popular Front of India. PFI and SDPI are funded by the BJP. It's not the Congress saying this. RSS strongman has said this is what Priyank Kharge has said. These organizations are heavily funded by the BJP to spoil the chances of the Congress. Whatever regrouping is happening now, it must be happening at the behest of BJP, keeping in mind the assembly elections.
Shows that the PFI is regrouping in Karnataka. It is using SDPI to continue with its activities. How do you look at this development?
See, PFI, SDPI, they're all funded by BJP. It is not what the Congress has told. It's what the RSS strongman, Mr. Satyajit Suratkal has told, that the PFI, SDPI are heavily funded by BJP in order to spoil the prospects of the Congress party. So when an RSS functionary, a strong RSS functionary, a senior leader is saying that, that means they're backed by BJP, right? So whatever regrouping is happening, whatever re-strategizing is happening, it's happening at the behest of BJP because they are bound to lose this election.
One last question. You said the Prime Minister's visit to Bandipur is a violation of the MCC. Why do you say that?
See, he's not here on a private visit.
All right, so that's what Congress MLA Priyank Kharge essentially has said, that all of this is being orchestrated by the BJP. The Popular Front of India is getting regrouped with the support of the Bharatiya Janata Party. This is an India Today impact. Remember, India Today investigation gave details about the Popular Front of India and how this group, in spite of being outlawed, is regrouping and all alive and kicking. Political fight has broken out over an explosive India Today special investigation. In spite of being outlawed in September for 5 years over threats to security and terror links, PFI seems to have found ways to circumvent the ban and continue its operations in Karnataka. India Today uncovered evidence on how PFI has seamlessly assimilated into the SDPI in order to continue its on-ground operations. India Today also this expose essentially raked a slugfest in Karnataka's political arena. The Mumbai government is closely monitoring the situation. The Saffron clan has promised to not leave any stone unturned and punish those involved in criminal conspiracies. Launching a scathing attack, the JDS called it a failure of the centre to keep a check on unlawful activities of this nature.
SDPI अपने आप को एक पॉलिटिकल पार्टी के नाते रजिस्टर किया है, एज यू नो वेल, एंड ये जो कर रहे हैं वो बहुत गलत है। ये हमारा संज्ञान में भी है। आपके स्टोरी देखने के बाद ये हमारा संज्ञान में आया है। सरकार, राज्य सरकार इसका पूरा और प्रशासन जो है इसका बहुत क्लोजली ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं। तो मैं एक चीज कहना चाहता हूं, लेकिन इसको जो बढ़ावा मिल रहा है ये कांग्रेस पार्टी से मिल रहा है। कांग्रेस पार्टी जब सत्ता में वो सरकार में थे, कांग्रेस पार्टी विथड्रू, तो बहुत बड़ी मात्रा में केस विथड्रॉ किया गया था। जो क्रिमिनल, बहुत सीरियस क्रिमिनल नेचर, मर्डर का, डकैती का, ये जो पीएफआई के ऊपर केस था वो सभी केस विथड्रॉ कर दिया था। कांग्रेस पार्टी हैज ए टैक्टफुल अंडरस्टैंडिंग एट दैट टाइम ऑल्सो। उस टाइम भी कांग्रेस पार्टी एक टैक्टफुल अंडरस्टैंडिंग पीएफआई के साथ था, अभी भी है। उसी कारण उसको बढ़ावा मिल रहा है। ये जो लोग देशभक्त जो लोग हैं और जो अच्छे लोग हैं, अच्छे नागरिक हैं देश में, ये सब ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हैं और सुटेबल रिप्लाई पॉलिटिकली भी कांग्रेस पार्टी को और एसडीपीआई को भी मिलेगा और इसके साथ ही साथ जो कानून के हिसाब से जो काम कार्रवाई करना वो भी कार्रवाई हो जाएगा।
Thankful to आज तक they have done a sting operation and their nefarious activities, their nefarious plan has come to light in Karnataka. Government of India is aware of it as we collected all the evidences on PFI and then banned it. Government of India and the state government will definitely take action on the worker of this new face.
Our Home Ministry is closely watching it, and you know that how our Honorable Home Minister today works. He will not, leave any stone untouched from all angles, and he will punish those who are culprits of crime of any sort. So even if there are any economic offenders or criminal conspiracies, those organizations that are involved in, he will ensure that the punishment will be meted to such organizations.
इसके लिए गृह मंत्रालय भारत सरकार और कर्नाटक सरकार जिम्मेदार। कर्नाटक सरकार को 40% कमीशन लेने से ही फुर्सत नहीं है, तो कानून व्यवस्था क्या संभालेगी। इसलिए कर्नाटक की जनता ने मन बना लिया है कि इस चुनाव में भाजपा की भ्रष्ट सरकार को हटाएंगे, अक्षम सरकार को हटाएंगे। ऐसा खतरनाक संगठन अगर वहां फल फूल रहा है तो बिना सरकार के संरक्षण के नहीं हो सकता।
It is a failure of the central agencies, and it is the failure of the central government and state government not to analyze where it is absolutely going. When they banned PFI, it was a move which was based out of some facts, and they ban PFI, but they keep the political organization SDPI. It really shows that there is something more than the eyes are meeting.
Tamil Nadu's governor explained how the PFI has been financed from abroad. Listen in.
If you look at the PFI, Popular Front of India, most of the fund it comes from outside. They have created India Fraternity Forum, India Fraternity Front. Very nice, very good name, isn't it? India Fraternity. Aha. But this is all a label for getting all the money to create a problem, terrorist activity.
Is getting us more details on that big story. This is an India Today exclusive investigation, essentially, Anaga, that is setting the agenda in the state of Karnataka headed to elections. This is really worrying, but the blame game as far as the politics is there continues. The center also getting blamed here as far as the responsibility of ensuring that this group does not regroup is concerned, isn't it?
As you very rightly put it, Sneha, this is a very worrying and a dangerous scenario right now. Because here we have a political party, the SDPI, which has links with an outfit that was banned because of its terror links. Imagine a political party having links with another outfit that had terror links, and that party also going to polls in just about a month. So this really is a dangerous situation playing out here, and if this indeed gets proven in the court of law as per the government, stringent action will be taken on the SDPI. This is the word that we have heard from the Karnataka government itself, that if it gets proven, action will be taken. But as far as the politics are concerned, the opposition is hitting out at the current dispensation, alleging that all this is happening, this PFI cadre joining the SDPI and the funds from the PFI getting directed to SDPI, everything is happening at the behest of BJP because it wants the minority votes to get divided at the end of the day, is what the opposition is targeting the current dispensation for. But it remains to be seen how this is going to play out, because here we have a political party that is actually going to polls in just a month's time, and people are going to be casting their votes for this political party. So this is a dangerous scenario that is playing out, and it remains to be seen how the government is going to act on this.
I'm going to thank you for the moment for getting us all of those details, Anaga, with that detailed report. And we're staying with us. Let's now take a closer look at how the Popular Front of India is still active in Karnataka and at its involvement in the upcoming assembly elections as well.
Banned. The central government outlawed the Popular Front of India in September last year for its terror links.
ये NIA के द्वारा जांच हो रही थी और जिस तरह से एविडेंस मिलेंगे, ये मैंने कल ही कहा, उसी के अनुरूप ये कार्रवाई की गई है और आने वाले समय में भी जैसी सूचनाएं मिलेंगी उसके आधार पर हम कार्रवाई करेंगे। हमारी सरकार, हमारी एजेंसियां इतनी सक्षम है कि पूरे देश में कानून व्यवस्था, विधि व्यवस्था सारी ठीक रहेगी, ये मैं आपको विश्वास दिलाता हूं।
कब मिलेंगे आप? प्लीज मिल लीजिए, मैं यही सामने हूँ जुमा मस्जिद के पास।
6 months later, India Today's investigation finds out how its supporters and insiders have found ways to work around the official ban, staying active in poll-bound Karnataka, assembling at shrines and mosques to strategize their game plan for the upcoming assembly election in the BJP-ruled state.
मैं अकेला ही हूँ, मतलब जो थोड़ी बहुत जानकारी लेके हम लोग लिखते हैं।
मैं इधर का पहले पॉपुलर फ्रंट ऑफ इंडिया ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्रेसिडेंट रखा था।
This is Chand Pasha. He headed the PFI's Chikmagalur district unit before the ban came into force. But Pasha isn't lying low. He's mobilizing cadres on the ground, issuing video diktats on WhatsApp to impose the PFI's will on Muslim voters in Chikmagalur district.
मैं अभी 3 साल से डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्रेसिडेंट हूँ। हम लोग पीएफआई लोग हैं, हम लोग हमारे मेंबर्स हैं, कैडर्स हैं, हमारे वेल विशर्स हैं, उन लोग हमारे साथ डिस्कशन करते हैं किसको सपोर्ट करना है, हमारे लोगों के सजेशन पूछते हैं, तो हम कौन विनिंग कैंडिडेट है, हम लोग बीजेपी को हराने के लिए देखते हैं जरूर, तो बीजेपी के डेड अगेंस्ट है।
नहीं तो फिर आप कार्डर को कैसे मैसेज देंगे किसको वोट करना नहीं करना?
हमारा अभी एक वीडियो हम डाल दिया तो पूरा व्हाट्सएप में हजारों लोग इधर देखेंगे, हम जाके मैसेज देके मेंबर मिलने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि हर ग्रुप्स में इधर मस्जिद है, कम से कम एक 30-40 मस्जिद है, 30-50 मस्जिद में करीबन 10-15 मस्जिद के प्रेसिडेंट ने 10-15 ग्रुप बनाए, हर ग्रुप में हमें ऐड करेंगे। वैसे ही दूसरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन वाले हम लोग को पूरे अभी जानते हैं ना, व्हाट्सएप में कुछ हमें बोलना है तो कुछ अपडेशन करना तो व्हाट्सएप में डाल देंगे।
You heard this PFI operative admitting how he uses technology to send his edicts out. The PFI network continues to work in close coordination here, courtesy presidents of local shrines and messaging groups.
हम लोग जाके मस्जिद वालों से रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं इधर 1 घंटा मीटिंग करेंगे, कहीं दरगाह में जाके मीटिंग करेंगे।
अच्छा, तो ये लोग अलाउ करते हैं मीटिंग मस्जिद में और दरगाह में?
करता है ना, वो क्या है, हम लोग 5-10 कुछ बात करना है तो कुछ इश्यूज है, कुछ प्रोटेस्ट करना है, कुछ मिलना तो मस्जिद में बैठेंगे, कहीं भी जा कर सकते हैं हम लोग का।
Pasha now confesses that 70 to 80% of the PFI's membership in Chikmagalur district is still intact.
नहीं तो क्या मेंबर के जो आपके फैमिली जो मेंबर्स हैं वो मेंटली इतना स्ट्रांग हैं कि भाई इस सब चीज़ों के बाद भी वो जुड़े हुए, मतलब वो एक्टिव हैं, जुड़ रहे हैं या जुड़ रहे हैं?
पब्लिक में अभी 100% मेंबर्स में 70-80 मेंबर्स तो मेच्योर है, वो मेंबर्स के फैमिली पेरेंट्स भी मेच्योर है, वो हम लोग का जब काम जानते हैं वर्क किया।
तो मतलब आप ये कह रहे हैं 70-80% जो मेंबर्स हैं वो बिल्कुल इंटैक्ट?
हाँ, उन लोगों को क्लियर है, हम कुछ गलत नहीं किया।
An overwhelming majority of the PFI cadre remains active. Pasha also revealed that they have switched into the Social Democratic Party, widely thought to be the banned group's political wing.
अभी एसडीपीआई में दलित हिंदू लोग बहुत सारे हैं, PFI सिर्फ मुस्लिम्स का ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, लेकिन दलित को कुछ हुआ, कुछ माइनॉरिटीज को कुछ हुआ या कहाँ भी नाइंसाफी हुआ तो वो कम्युनिटी नहीं देखी, मुस्लिम हिंदू नहीं देखते।
इलेक्शंस है ना, इलेक्शंस की वजह से।
We investigated further. In Karnataka's coastal district of Dakshin Kannada, the SDPI's in charge of Mudbidri Assembly constituency, Asif, corroborated Chand Pasha's claims that the PFI cadre have merged seamlessly into the party.
अभी ऑफ रिकॉर्ड आप बोल रहे हैं, तो PFI का क्या SDPI का ही है। उन लोगों को कुछ भी मसला होगा हम लोग उनको कॉल करते हैं। अच्छा, स्टेशन में इशू होगा, कोई अरेस्ट होगा, हम लोग कॉल आता है। अरे जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसी के अंदर PFI की कोई ज़्यादा कार्यकर्ता अरेस्ट नहीं हुए। अच्छा, क्यों? क्योंकि इधर का क्यों मैं बताया ना, फ्रंट में नहीं दिख रहे हैं। अच्छा, समझ में इंटरनली काम कर, ये डिपार्टमेंट को क्लियर माने।
तो ये जब आप कह रहे हैं कि डिपार्टमेंट को पता होते हुए क्यों नहीं गिरफ्तार क्यों नहीं कर रहे?
उनको नहीं हो रहा है क्योंकि उनके पास एविडेंस नहीं है। अभी मैं रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा हूँ, अभी एग्जाम्पल मैं अभी PFI का मेंबर हूँ, उनके पास वो रिकॉर्ड डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं है। ओहो, अभी ये कैसे बोलता है कोई मेंबर, मैं एक एग्जाम्पल, इधर या तो ID वो कुछ नहीं है, इसका सिस्टम ही नहीं है।
जो नोटेड लोग हैं वो लोग
रिप्रेजेंट करें लीडरशिप में, वही अरेस्ट हुआ इधर।
अच्छा, बाकी काडर एज इट इज है जो आप लोगों को अभी मदद करेगा।
You heard this SDPI leader confessing that PFI activists have smoothly assimilated into his party. Asif also disclosed that the SDPI, with PFI activists on board, receives financial support from the Gulf.
भी लोग भेज देते हैं क्योंकि पैसा कमा रहे हैं।
अगर इधर जो है उधर भेजेंगे तो गलत हो जाते हैं, इधर से नहीं भेजते हैं।
With a strong presence in Karnataka and Kerala, the PFI is said to have multiple wings, women, student and political. Security experts caution that the banned group must be prevented from gaining a political foothold by the back door.
If PFI is banned, you can't allow it to operate under political name of SDPI. My request to the judicial system and the Election Commission of India is certain steps must be taken that if you do not stand for India's security, India's integrity, India's nationality, then you should not be allowed to enter in political arena.
The Popular Front of India remains active, even influencing the upcoming elections in Karnataka. Our investigation has just begun to unravel the tactics used by the banned outfit to remain operational. Stay tuned for more. With Mohammad Hizbullah, this is India Today's Special Investigation Team.
Well, in the concluding part of India Today's investigation, we uncovered more evidence about how the Popular Front of India seamlessly assimilated into the Social Democratic Party of India, the SDPI, and their source of funding after this ban.
The Social Democratic Party of India, or SDPI, registered as a political party since 2010. Along with the PFI, a total of 9 outfits were banned on September the 28th, 2022, but the SDPI was spared. According to the Election Commission, there was no evidence to support claims that the SDPI and the PFI were linked together. Link established between the PFI and the SDPI which necessitates action. But India Today has caught SDPI leaders on camera admitting that the party has absorbed PFI activists following last year's ban. This is Munib Bengre, an SDPI corporator in the Mangaluru City Corporation. When probed, he accepted that PFI activists are now working under the SDPI umbrella.
मतलब जो PFI के लोग हैं वो अब SDPI में आ गए हैं ना?
आ गए वो बैन होने के बाद PFI का नाम नहीं है ना, वो SDPI में आ गए. हमारा सपोर्टर में, हमारा मेंबर में सब काम कर रहे हैं.
तो सिर्फ नोटे जो बड़े नाम थे वो लोग अंदर गए हैं, बाकी जो नीचे के लोग हैं सब आ गए.
काम कर रहे हैं, इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं.
PFI काम कर रहा है.
PFI बोल के नहीं है, काम कर रहे हैं हमारे SDPI के लिए.
SDPI के लिए.
स्पेशली इधर RSS कितना स्ट्रांग है उतना स्ट्रांग SDPI PFI भी, और PFI SDPI होने से हमारा इधर का जो यंगस्टर है ना वो भी स्ट्रांग हो रहा है.
An hour's drive north to Udupi. Nazir, another SDPI office bearer, also acknowledged that the PFI base is as intact as before.
अभी भी एज इट इज इंटैक्ट है.
वो हल्ला नहीं, कैडर हल्ला नहीं, कैडर हलने की जैसे नहीं है. जो नए के लोग आए बाद में मिले वो तकवा नहीं है, वो आदमी जो हमने स्टार्टिंग बेस जो तकवा मिला है वो तकवा हमने फर्स्ट तकवा ही दिया.
उनको आप लोग किस में रखते हैं? PFI में रखते हैं SDPI में? अच्छा, तो PFI में किन लोगों को रखते हैं?
बराबर तकवा है.
अच्छा, बिल्कुल जो
दो और जैसा लीडर का हुक्म मानता है, ऑर्डर मानता है, तो PFI में रखता है.
अच्छा, मतलब दैट इज बेसिकली वो कोर ग्रुप.
हाँ,
आपका कोर ग्रुप वो तो ठीक है, लेकिन इसका जो काउंटर का जो आरोप लगता है वो तो आप जैसे मतलब PFI SDPI को लगता है कि जो RSS जो करते हैं उसका काउंटर.
नहीं, उनके लीडर को लोग वही लोग मारते हैं, बड़े लीडर फोन मार के पत्थर है, लेकिन फिर भी डर PFI गए बहुत डर है.
तो ये नजीर भाई का डर अच्छा है.
डर है, लेकिन एक मर्डर तो गायर का 4 बच्चे लोग जाते हैं, गायर का एक मर्डर हो तो 25-30 के जाते हैं. ये प्रॉब्लम बहुत टाइम है.
आप कह रहे हैं कि बैन से फायदा हुआ?
हाँ, फायदा हुआ है हमको.
A wake-up call for the state and central governments. The outlawed Popular Front of India seems to be using the SDPI as a proxy to continue its activities in pole-bound Karnataka. With Mohammad Hizbullah, this is India Today's Special Investigation Team.
A report and much more going up on our website as well. That's indiatoday.in. You can also download the India Today app. News continues on the other side. Thanks for watching.
మీరు वजह नहीं होती है कि हम आगे बढ़े, लेकिन गरीबों के पास सबसे बड़ी वजह है कि वो गरीब है और उनको उनसे निकलने का प्रयत्न करने चाहिए सबसे ज्यादा।
Truer words were never spoken, one could say. Payal Kumari did not see poverty as a drawback. It instead motivated her to work hard. She has scored 94% in class 12th and bagged the 3rd rank in commerce stream in Bihar.
इसका श्रेय किसको जाता है?
पेरेंट्स को, टीचर्स को, गॉड को और सबसे ज्यादा मेरी प्रमीला मैम को, जो मेरी प्राथमिक टीचर थी।
The biggest cheers goes to her father.
पापा ने हमेशा प्रयास किया है कि जो भी हम मांगते थे एक बार हमें मिल जाता था। कभी समय पे पैसा नहीं मिल पाता था तो फिर उसके बाद उनको किसी और से मांग के हमको देना पड़ता था। वो कभी भी ये नहीं देखते थे कि दिन हो रहा है या रात, जब भी उनको मौका मिलता था वो कोशिश करते ज्यादा से ज्यादा अर्न कर सके ताकि हमको जो है ना ज्यादा से ज्यादा फैसिलिटी प्रदान कर सके।
Payal's father is a e-rickshaw driver in Khagadia.
हमने अपने तरफ से पूरा सपोर्ट किया है और उसका नतीजा और उसके मेहनत का फल है जो कि आज बिहार में टॉप 3 पर आई है इंटरमीडिएट में कॉमर्स में। अभी सपना बस यही था पढ़ाई का, जो हम कड़ाकड़ यहाँ तक पहुँचे, आगे भी हम पढ़ाते रहेंगे।
This is where Payal lives with the parents, brother and sister. The lack of facilities has never deterred Payal.
आगे आप क्या बनना चाहती हैं?
आगे
सपना क्या है?
सपना तो IAS बनेंगे।
Payal has a long way to go before realizing a dream, but with her drive, she's bound to reach there. Bureau Report, India Today.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Some of our neighbors like Vietnam have done so well on the low-end manufacturing front. Do you think we could make some serious inroads over the next few years?
Has still not understood that it is the softer aspects of managing manufacturing and industrial parks, etc., that is really crucial for efficiency. And I think when we realize that, it is going to be painful, because what it means is that all government authorities, central, state, local, have to give up their power, so to speak, and designate one authority.
Hello, welcome. You're watching our special broadcast. I'm Dipali Patel. In the next 30 minutes, we will talk only and only about the icon star Allu Arjun, who not only completed 20 years in the showbiz like a fire, but also has been ruling his 40s with his swag. After taking the box office by storm in 2021 with Pushpa The Rise, looks like the superstar is all set to bring tsunami at the ticket counters with its sequel. The makers are piquing fans' interest by dropping one tease after another. This clip was first shared on Rashmika Mandana's birthday